What's up, Facebook? I am going to start doing these live streams just to get a little more comfortable doing these live streams. It is a service that I'm offering to my clients, so practice what you preach, right? I have a business coach who preaches massive imperfect action, and I'm telling you today I'm going to be using like 18 new pieces of technology on this call, so it's going to be very imperfect. I've got a new webcam, I've got some lights I've never used, I'm streaming the audio from the Rodecaster Pro, which is pretty exciting. And I'm streaming my phone into this very shortly using something called NDI, so I can actually show you my phone screen. And the reason I want to show you my phone screen is to talk about the hot new app called Clubhouse. So some of you are familiar with it. It's old news for some of you. Some of you, it's still a big mystery. It was for me. I was on it for like a month and still had never used it once. And it's just only the last week or so that me and some of my business networking contacts that I work with, every week, are really getting the peer pressure for me to dive into this Clubhouse. But I'll tell you right now, this app is freaking awesome. I fully understand that no one wants a new social media app. Like it's the last thing anyone wants because it's such a time suck, right? It feels like you almost need to hire someone to even follow up on it. And I know people that can help with that, but the way that Clubhouse is different, what's awesome about Clubhouse is it's audio only. There's no worrying about this. Like you could complete, like Zoom, you can wear your pajama bottoms. Like Clubhouse, you can just be in your pajamas flat out because it's audio. No one can see you. And the great thing about that is that you can multitask. So with Zoom, or like this for Facebook Live, I'm pretty handcuffed to the camera right now. I can't walk around. I can't, it's probably pretty polite to eat while I'm here talking to you. But on Clubhouse, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be off camera and you're going to be muted. So you can eat, you can do the laundry, you can work on other projects, cooking, cleaning, whatever you want to do. You can play it in the background. And then when you want to get involved in the conversation, you just click a button and it's literally just you raise your hand for that talk and the moderators will bring you into what's called the stage and you can start contributing to that conversation. Who's conversating? What are we talking about? It's literally anything. So if you have an interest or a hobby, you're going to find people on Clubhouse, and this is global. It is around the entire world. You're going to find your tribe globally, and then you just talk about it. And it's just a new way to connect socially, and it's really incredible when you start using it. And again, it's pretty overwhelming at first. That's why I'm going to demystify it a little bit. I'm going to do just a real quick walkthrough and show you. And again, I'm a newbie. I barely know how to use this thing myself, so I'm like this far ahead of you if you've never used Clubhouse before. So I'm going to get you up to my level, and then you can blow by me, and that's awesome. And then you can teach me stuff, which is great. So here is Clubhouse. Look for it on, there we go. I'm already technical difficulties. There you go. That's fine though. So that is the app right there. And Clubhouse, all right, there's 2 things that I need to go over first before I even dive into it. One, Clubhouse is only on iPhone and Apple at this point. So Android, sorry for now. It will be on Android at some point. That is the plan. In the meantime, there's workarounds for that. All you need is an iPad or an old iPhone. You don't need a data plan. You just need an iPad or an iPhone that you connect to Wi-Fi. And if you can do that, you can download the Clubhouse app and then you can play. I highly recommend doing that as opposed to waiting for it to get on Android, because I have a strong suspicion that once it gets on Android, the audience is going to get really big for this, and it probably is going to come with some more technical difficulties adapting it to Android. So the fact that it's invite only right now, which is the second part of this, it's invite only and it's only on iPhone. So the fact that it's invite and iPhone only has really condensed the audience, and obviously they're doing that for technical reasons because it's if they just open up the world, the whole thing would crash very quickly. It's come close to doing that a couple times already. But the fact that it's a much smaller audience, it's much more exclusive right now, and it's giving people access to celebrities and super high level influence right now that they would never in a million years get a chance to have a conversation with. The musician Deadmau5 was just on like last week. He gave 60 seconds to each person in the audience come up and literally ask him anything, and they play games like, what kind of pizza would you be or whatever he like, and he rolled with it. So that's an interaction that you would never have just walking down the street. And a higher level, obviously Elon Musk has done some stuff, and there's some other big names. I'm into comedy, so right now I'm following David Spade and Chris Rock. And it's incredible the contacts that you can make on this, and also people doing what you're doing at just a slightly higher level, so they can give you advice. This is a great place to come and get info on whatever it is that you're trying to do. There's going to be experts on here, so that's a big one for Clubhouse. So that's my pitch for it, and I'll dive into the app right now real quick. I tried to scroll on my picture. I got to scroll on my phone. So this is my phone. That we're actually, as you can see, this is all live, which is exciting. So if we go into the app right here, so we're in Clubhouse right now, find that again on the Apple Store. And you're gonna set your profile up first, obviously. Now here's the thing, even if you don't have an invite yet, if you have an iPhone, go sign up for the app right now, because you want to reserve your username. Every other social media platform I'm on, there's at least 10 other Steve Gass that beat me to it on Facebook and Gmail and everything else. But I beat them all on Clubhouse. I am the very first Steve Gass on Clubhouse, which is awesome. So even if you don't have an invite, you can reserve your name right now. So I highly recommend you go do that. Download the app and get your name locked in there. So we're gonna go to my bio real quick. So again, you'll see right here underneath my name is my profile at Steve Gass. You can see I'm not terribly active yet. I've got 64 followers, 142 following. This top line right here is really important, because when people search, this top line is what the search field is going to look for. So you want to put the main, especially if you're on here for business purposes, you want to put what it is that you do on these levels right here. So these first 3 lines are what it search. By the way, for those of you watching Facebook Live, which is awesome, I've got a lot of technology going on right now. I can't see your comments. I can see your likes, which is awesome. So I'm glad you're joining. I literally didn't think anyone would even be watching this right now. This is just for practice for me, but hopefully you find it helpful. So again, as I said, these are the fields you want to hit really hard for search. And then after that, there we go. Now, why can I make it? I can make it small, but I can't make it big. That's what I'm talking about, massive and perfect action there. Guys, I may have to re-add this real quick. Come on, why get big? Let's do it this way. There we go. Technology. Again, my closest friends will tell you I am not tech savvy by any means, and it's kind of horrific that I'm working in such a tech-heavy field, but I'm making it work. So there we go. So in the bio, and again, I'm still learning this. This could change. I could be completely wrong, but in this section of the bio right here, I keep wanting to make it large by touching this. I got to remember that this is on my phone and not here. So right now, again, these top lines are the search, but underneath that, just dive into your emojis and keep it really simple, so people can like just really quickly pick up. And because Clubhouse is just everything, I just put all my hobbies in there, and I kind of picked an emoji to go with each one. And then at the bottom, the other thing I want to add is that Clubhouse works great, and I'm hearing some weird noise about Instagram not being happy with this, but I clearly do not understand why, because this is doing nothing but driving traffic to Instagram. The reason that it does is because you can't message anyone on Clubhouse. There's no way to text someone on Clubhouse. You can talk to them all day long, but there's no way to send them any kind of direct message. So it's really important in your bio that you put some way, some field, some other social media to contact them. And the 2 that are integrated into Clubhouse are Instagram and Twitter. I personally don't use Twitter. I probably should, but it's too much. So Instagram is where I'm at. Steve D gassed. Actually, the Steve Gass that beat me was myself, and that was when my Facebook got shut down last year, and that's a whole nother sad story. I'll do a separate video for that sometime, but I'll definitely be drinking for that one. So good times. You can see I was nominated by Tony P. Thanks, Tony. And this is all his fault that I'm so getting sucked into this app right now. But I do thank you because it is terribly valuable. And then you'll see all the clubs that I've been invited into. So let's dive more into that right now. So if we go in, again, so we got your bio set up. Again, you can message me and I'll help you get that set up, but it's pretty simple. The main thing is get that search field, that top line, so people can actually find you and find the stuff that you're into and they're into, and then you can bond. So here's the flip side of that. So now you want to find those cool people. You're going to go to this little search function right there, and so then I've got. It'll already give some suggestions. Shira Bush is definitely in our group, so I'm going to follow her right now. And I believe, I don't know if I know you people, but down here, you can see we've got all these different areas, and you can just click on one of those. Like I'm in an entertainment, so it's going to give me all these different clubs that I can follow, or people that I could follow as well. Aside from, but you could just type in something specific. So again, I'm improv guy, so I'm going to type improv. And there's improv people, which is pretty cool. So any of these folks, and I have found some improv folks this way, but you can also go to clubs. And there we've got a couple right there. So the world famous improv, that sounds cool. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to follow that group. And I'm assuming all these folks are improv people, so I could follow some of these guys and get that going. And now I've got improv people that I can talk with 24/7. So if you've got insomnia or whatever, this is the app for you, because again, this is global, and there's a lot of people that are just sucked into this app. So they're literally on this thing 24/7. There's always going to be someone on this thing that you can just pick up the phone and start talking to. It's crazy. So that's pretty much my walk to you. Let's see if there's anything. Okay, the invites, this little mail thing, and I know you can't really see the top of my phone screen there too well, but your invites button is right there. So again, when you get invited in, you're going to get some invites to invite other people in. So right now I have 5 invites. Right now I am saving these invites for improv people. That's just because I do have some specific goals for Clubhouse. I want to get some improv shows going on this. So if you are in improv, call me, DM me, whatever you want to do. I definitely want to get you on Clubhouse so we can start playing, because there's not a lot of that going on right now in Clubhouse. It's a huge opportunity, and I think we can have a lot of fun with that. So, but that is how. So, but that said, if you don't know anyone that's on Clubhouse that can invite you, this is another shameless plug. Go to the Tony P's networking event, so we have every Wednesday night. Plenty of folks on there that can get you on Clubhouse. That's at 7 p.m. Central every Wednesday night. And if you need info on that, again, just message me and I'll get you the info on that. And it's another cool way to meet lots of awesome people. So shameless plug. And other than that, let's see, this is the calendar. So this tells me everything that's coming up. But there's so much stuff going on. Typically, I just check the app. I just look at it, or I'll get pinged, as they call it. So once you start connecting with people, all your friends are going to get into rooms and they're going to be lonely without you, so they're going to ping you, and that's a separate conversation or separate video, because actually I have to record a room, okay, so do not record someone else's room. You will get banned so quickly, so I'm definitely not going to do that on this call. But when I have my own room and I put very clearly at the top that I'm recording it, then I can get a little more detail of how the actual rooms work, but I can't do that on this call. So, but basically, your friends will you basically just get a notification on Clubhouse that says, hey, Tony is in a room right now and he would like you to join. And then, I drop whatever I'm doing and I dive in, because he's always in some crazy thing where I can meet a lot of cool people. So, and then you can start pinging other people to bring them into your room. So that's great too. And I think that's your search. And then your notification button. When your friends do join, you're going to get a notification as well. And then when your friends are on, you're also going to get a notification for that. Like Rob Johnson just started a room. He did ping me for that, but I wasn't available at the time. But then anyone that you follow, you're just going to be able to see when they're on, and then you can dive into that room, start connecting. And that's social media 101. Follow the heck out of everyone. They're going to start following you. And it will lead to, again, if you got your Instagram, it's going to lead to Instagram followers. I think the last meeting I was on, I got 5 Instagram followers out of it. I barely use my Instagram, but now I'm using it a lot more. And I've already got a business meeting set up through Instagram. I've never done that in my life, but I did it thanks to Clubhouse. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and I will get back to you even after this video's done recording. I'll comment on it, or you can send me a DM. And go from there. But I hope to see you on Clubhouse. Definitely follow me, and I will see you soon. That's all I had to say. Peace out, everyone, and have an awesome day. Peace out.